Hello students, welcome back to science class. Students, today we are going to start a new chapter of chemistry class 10th, that is acid, bases and salts. Students, chemistry is a very interesting subject because it is very useful and practical in our life. So students, we have till now studied about various compounds in the chemistry in our science. The compounds, if we are going to study about the properties of these compounds, it will not be possible for us to study all the compounds. So for rectify this, for making these studies very easy, we have divided these compounds on the basis of their properties into acid, bases and salts. The compounds can be acidic or basic in nature, or they can be salts. Now in this chapter, we will see the differences between the acid and bases and salts and their reaction and their chemical properties and their physical properties. So students, we are going to start with the two topics, that is acids and bases. Now students, we will see what are acids and what are bases. Here I am going to write a few name of acids, that is write hydrochloric acid. This is hydrochloric acid. Now second can be H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid, and I can also write HNO3, which is known as the nitric acid. Now students, why we call them as acids? Why they are acids? Because HCl at room temperature is a gas. HCl, hydrochloric, is a gas at room temperature. At room temperature. When it is dissolved in water, if we take its aqueous solution means dissolve in water, it will ionize to give hydrogen ion and chloride ion. Whenever a compound gives hydrogen ion and other ion in the presence of water, when they are dissolved in water, they give hydrogen ion. So this is the first property of the acid. Acid gives hydrogen ion when it is dissolved in water. This hydrogen ion again reacts with water, dissolves in water, to give hydronium ion. To give hydronium ion. H3OH is the formula of the hydronium ion. Right student? So this is the first property of the acid. They gives, when they are dissolved in water, they gives hydrogen ions, and these hydrogen ions when get dissolved in water again, they gives hydronium ion. We can also take the example of HNO3. Its aqueous solution. Aqueous means solution in water. We will again see that it will give hydrogen ions. So this is the property of the acid. When they are dissolved in water, they give hydrogen ion, and this hydrogen ion when again dissolved in water, they will give hydronium ion. This is known as the hydronium ion. This is known as the hydrogen ion. Now we come to the second point, that is about the base. Second is base. What are bases? I will write some bases, that is sodium hydroxide. We can also write potassium hydroxide. Now what they do? The sodium hydroxide, the aqueous solution of sodium hydroxide. What is aqueous solution? When sodium hydroxide is dissolved in water, they always give the OH ions. OH ions are known as hydroxide ions. These are hydroxide ions. Hydroxide ions. All the bases give hydroxide ions when they are dissolved in water. We can also see in case of the potassium hydroxide. Right students? So we have come to the conclusion, the acid gives hydrogen ion when dissolved in water, and the basis gives the hydroxide ions when dissolved in water. Now students, there are many strong acids and there are also weak acids. Now we will see what are strong acids and what are weak acids and what are strong bases and what are weak bases. Now students, as we see acids, here I will write the bases: HCl, H2SO4, HNO3 nitric acid, and here we have also acetic acid. Here we have acetic acid. Now students, as you know that acetic acid is a weak acid and HCl, hydrochloric acid, is a strong acid. Why it is weak acid and why it is strong acid? When acetic acid is dissolved in water, it get ionized but not fully. It is not, if there are suppose 100 compounds, 100 molecules of acetic acids, so all will not get ionized, only a few of them will get ionized. So this is a weak acid. So that why it is a weak acid. If we take a big quantity for acetic acid, the whole acetic acid, the compound of acetic acid will not get ionized. Only few of the molecule will get ionized. But in case of the HCl, hydrochloric acid, when it is dissolved in water, almost all the hydrochloric acid is ionized in water. Most of it is ionized in water. So it is then this is the reason this is a strong acid and this is a weak acid. Same is in the case of the base. A strong bases get ionized fully and weak bases does not ionized at the most. Now students, one term also there is more, that is concentrated. We always say concentrated acid or dilute acid. We say dilute sulfuric acid or concentrated sulfuric acid. What is the meaning of the concentrated acid and what is the meaning of the dilute acid? In concentrated acid, the amount, because we are dissolving these acids in water. So in concentrated acid, the amount of water dissolved is less. Amount of water dissolved is less. Acid is more. But in dilute acid, the amount of water dissolved is more. Water dissolved is more. Right students? So this is the difference between the concentrated acid and dilute acid. In dilute acid, the amount of water is more, and in concentrated acid, the amount of water is less. Now students, another question arises, if we want to dilute a concentrated acid, how we will dilute? Here students, suppose I have one beaker and another beaker. Here I have acid. How can I dilute this acid? If I will put water here, it is a very strong exothermic reaction. Lot of heat is produced. So it is not possible to add water in the acid. It can blast also, it can produce bubbles also, which can put on our face also. So we should never dilute acid by putting water in the acid. We will never use dilution of the acid by putting water in the acid. This is a wrong method. Instead of that, we should take water and put acid in it slowly. We should put acid in the water slowly and go on stirring it. This is the correct method of diluting an acid. So these were all the few introductory topics of the acid and bases, in which we studied that acids are those compounds which produce hydrogen ions when get dissolved in water, and bases produces hydroxide ions when dissolved in water, and in strong acids they get fully ionized, in weak acids they are not fully ionized in water, and concentrated acids have less amount of water and large amount of acid, and dilute acids have large amount of water and less amount of acids. And for dilution we should always put acid in the water slowly, but never put water in the acid, because it is a large exothermic reaction, lot of heat is produced and it can create many problems. Now second thing is that the difference between acids and bases is that acids are sour in taste. They are sour in taste, and the bases are bitter in taste. They are bitter in taste. And acid turns blue litmus red. It always turn blue litmus red, and the bases turn red litmus blue. Now in the next lecture we will discuss about these red litmus indicators in detail, the natural indicators, artificial indicators, and we will also see the activities in which we will show these reactions, the turning of blue litmus to red and turning of red litmus to blue. That is all for today's lecture. Till then, take care. Hope you all are fine. Thank you. Have a nice day.